folks, I really want to talk to you guys about Unity's pricing when it comes to their runtime plan that's being enforced right now. There's so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's going on. I think it's really important for us to try and clarify things and to try and be as precise as possible. Before we look at the math, let's listen to what developers are saying.
So let's do the math. So at 200,000 installs, you're looking at paying what, 40 grand? If you have 200,000 installs and you made $200,000 in the last 12 months, most likely you launched on Steam. Chances are you've already paid the 30% cost that goes to Steam, and now you have to pay 40 fucking.
It's 20,000, it's not 40,000. You can do the math over here. Look at that, 0.2 times, what was the threshold? 100,000. You get 20,000, not 40,000. That's his first mistake, and it's all on the screen. And then over here you can see revenue threshold at 200,000, and then after that, that then starts to apply. So let's assume that we have a game that's $10, right? So $10 times what reaches that threshold, that would be 20,000. So, and if you want to reach the threshold where we start accumulating to pay the 20,000, this is what it looks like. So 10 times 100,000. That's $1,200,000 in revenue you would make, and then you would give Unity 20,000. That's minuscule. Look at this stick, and look at the comments here. Absolutely disgusting. End stage capitalism in action. And then he goes on to talk about giving 30% to Steam. If you had to protest anything, you protest Steam, please. It's 30%. No one complains about this. Like, if you have to complain, look how they're grilling Unity over 1%. You're not saying shit about Steam. If you protest anything, please protest about Steam. It's fucked up. That 30% is killing us. Anyway, so it's like 30%, you take it out, you end up with 70% of 1,200,000, you end up with 840,000, and then you give 20%, 20,000 to Steam, to Unity, you end up with 820,000, and then God knows what your taxes and what country you are. I'm going to consider that income at that point. I've been using Unity for 11 years, and I always felt like it was a steal that I paid them anywhere from like 120 to 100, nowadays 180,000, $180 a month as flat rate, and I go on to make millions. Anyway, regarding flat rates, let's listen to what Ludwig has to say.
Which is a huge shift because they went from a subscription-based model where there's a flat fee the developers knows they're going to pay to a scalable model where now big games are going to have to pay a lot more money.
I need you to pay attention to what Ludwig said over here. It's like we're stupid or something. He's like, we started with a flat fee where developers know what they're supposed to pay, and then they move into a scalable, we're fucking stupid. I just did the math over there. Like, we're fucking stupid and we can't figure it out.
And it doesn't even have to be that big to start paying a huge chunk. Here's an example from Unity's website directly. I don't even have to make up the numbers, they did it for us. In this example, we have a game that made $2 million in the past year and had 5 million installs, which surpasses both thresholds. If they were to have 200,000 installs from standard fee countries and 100,000 installs from emerging market fee countries, they would owe $23,500 in just 1 month. If that keeps going for a year, they would owe $282,000, or 14% of this $2 million revenue number.
That's assumed. So look, there's a miscommunication over here, and that's understandable. And I thought about this as well. Here, look, notice that this is in black here. This used to be, so they say per install, and a lot of people misunderstood this. But they were trying to say it's per new install. If you check the live page, they've made it gray to make sure that you notice that things have changed. And they're clarifying that it's per new install. So no, it's not 14%, it's 1%. And actually it goes even lower if you go to Unity Pro subscriptions. So it goes down from 0.2 to 0.15 and then 0.07 and on and on. So is it an expense I'm going to have to take? Yes, it sucks in that matter. But the problem, in my opinion, is Steam's 30%, where most games are over there. So it's like a tax on the majority of the market, in my opinion, for PC games. So if you have to protest anything, please protest. Gabe, we look up to this guy too much. It's time to be a bit critical with him. And generally speaking, whenever it comes to mobbing, what happens is that you take the individual and then you average the IQ, which is apparently fucking stupid, because this guy's shouting and he's obviously wrong in what he's saying, and the likes are fucking stick, and everyone's saying disgusting. And how is this not a goddamn fucking... Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna go back to backspace.